Hey guys, Chris here again from CarExpert. We're back at Queensland Raceway and today we've got the Golf GTI TCR. This variant is focused on being a track specialist based off the TCR racing series, which VW do very well at. We've got 213 kilowatts and 350 newton meters of torque. So as much power as a Golf R, but a little bit less torque and only front wheel drive. So I'm excited to see how this thing goes. Okay, initial impressions. Seating position is not bad. I'm moving around a little bit. It is a slightly supportive seat, but still not the stability I'd ideally like on a track. It does really feel like the seating position you get in a lot of front wheel drive cars. You're a little bit more on top of the car. I would rather be down a little bit lower. Engine feels good, nice smooth power band. Like I said, 213 kilowatts, so it's a good step up, similar power to the Golf R. 350 newton meters of torque, and you've got to be careful in a front wheel drive car. Torque can really kill traction, so delivering that power is a key, and it does feel nice and smooth, so that's good. Visibility is excellent in this car. A-pillars don't cause any issues in the way into the corners. A big large screen. Steering feels pretty precise. It'd be interesting to see what the feedback's like when we pick up the pace. Let's test out the brakes a little. They're not bad, I like that. It actually braked even better than I expected. I guess we've got quite a lightweight car, so that's a big advantage, but nice firm pedal feel, good response. And for a car that's focused at the track, it'll be interesting to see whether it holds up after a couple of laps or whether it does still drop away. Suspension doesn't feel overly firm. You're getting some feedback from the road, as you can imagine, but it's not too firm, and I think they've got to be careful with that because you do lose traction, and in this car being just front wheel drive, traction is pretty key in terms of getting off the corner, getting that 2-litre turbo power to the ground. It's always a challenge, and four-wheel drive does have a big advantage over that. All right, let's start to build up a bit of speed and head out for a couple of hot laps. So I got traction control off, I got everything in sports mode, manual gear shift. So just moving around a little bit in the seat, I'd like a bit more support in the upper body. I'm gonna be leaning over a lot because I feel like there's good lateral grip there. All right, get a good exit and let's see what lap time this does. There you go, 61.29 was the best lap, which is decent. Unfortunately, the slowest car we've had on the track so far, but we've had some pretty impressive cars out here. When you compare that to the S3, which is all-wheel drive and a bit more expensive, basically 1.2 seconds away, and I think a lot of that's the all-wheel drive, just off the slower corners, the traction, that ability to just get going, and then all the way down the straight you're gaining time because you've got a similar engine. Although they say it's more track focused, it's still not super stable, and I was moving around a lot in the seat, which made it hard in the high speed corners, but it's still fun. A quick change of directions are great. It's quite precise and also a little bit nervous, which is good for the track. If I overcommitted, I had some understeer on entry, so I did have to be a little bit careful. The brakes were okay, but I found the pedal a bit inconsistent. They were always there, but sometimes the pedal would be firm and other times it would be a bit long. It still stopped okay, but just didn't inspire absolute confidence. The engine was good and more than enough for the traction that you got available. When with a front wheel drive car, you're always limited by traction, and torque is the killer. Like getting that torque to the ground through just 2 wheels is so difficult, and I really had to try and manage that. No real issues with the differential. You've got to allow a certain amount of freedom on the differential to be able to get the cars into the corner, and it just missed that initial locking to catch the slip, which you're always going to get in a road car. You don't want it to feel like a race car. Although the suspension felt a little bit soft, it did handle the curbs really well, and that didn't upset the car at all. I did feel a little bit when I leant on the outside curbs on the corner exit that I just lost a little bit of grip when I didn't want to, and that could just be a damper control issue, just not quite enough support there. So there you go guys, the Golf GTI TCR. Great fun little car on the track, but also a challenge to get a good time out of. My 3 top tips with this are, the first 2 are pretty connected. It's about how you get off the corner. So basically you got to manage the throttle really well. You got front wheel drive, plenty of torque and power, so you got to control that on the exit. And the best way to do that is by flattening the car out. So opening the wheel, getting the car level, and getting both front wheels square on the ground, and you're going to get a good run down the straight. Also be careful under braking. Although the brakes are better than a normal GTI, they still are a little bit on edge when you push hard on a track. So just be a little bit careful there. Thanks again for watching guys. If you found the video useful, please hit the like, subscribe and the bell icon so you get notified every time we publish a new video. And if you have any questions or feedback, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. Take care and I'll see you again next time.